my second time over, and I realized that I feel like I'm not able, when I look at the video, I can't be sure that my camera is parallel to the top of the paper. So I just wanted to check and make sure that that my steps were straight, because they didn't exactly look straight in the video. So I'm just measuring from the top edge of the paper. Yeah, so that one's not. That needs to come up a little bit on the left. And that one does too, okay. So I just wanted to be sure. Yeah, I wonder if I made all this too big up here. Like, did I just get out of control? But who knows? Okay, so I was thinking I would just see, I'm just going to see like what I could do just to finish this thing. Because, whoa, not that. I wanted a little sense that there was some volume in that stuff on the house, the ivy on the house, but I definitely just picked up something. Maybe both of these are too light. That's kind of the problem, you know, you spray the heck out of it, and then all of a sudden everything you put down after that looks like it's too light. I was thinking that the little places where the ivy sticks out, and it's not catching any sunlight, but it's catching a little skylight, and those places look just a little bit greener. And then the other places were that darker blue, but I didn't want to do too much because I want it to just stay back there. But if I'm thinking of trying to kind of work toward the finish, I need to work from the back to the front. And the thing about the bricks, good night, what was I thinking? Let's see if I can do any little, like, I just always want to know how little can I do to suggest what's going on. And these bricks have got some pretty dark ones in the midst of them too. What are you? It's kind of gray, I guess. And I definitely am not in the mood to do all those little light colored lines and things. That's, to me, that's like, that doesn't, just doesn't interest me, I guess is all I can say. And if it interests you, that's okay. You should definitely do it. And I think I need that little kind of the white trim around the door. I think that's actually part of the wall, not the not part of the storm door. So I just don't want to start with something too light because I know I can always just come lighter. I actually kind of like that, so I'm feeling good about it. And I probably try to go one step a little lighter on it. Oh. I want to be sure it doesn't look like it's painted blue. I want it to look like it's white in shadow. Oh, and then there's a white around here too, so that would be sort of good. Yeah, I'm gonna not make that so blue in there. It really doesn't look that way. some sort of frosted glass, so it's not really reflecting the sky. So that was a little olive green, and no, although that might be good along in here. It's always hard when you're doing white and you don't have any white that's in the light. All your white is in the shadow. That definitely makes it harder to show that something is white, because it's really easy just to have your white then look like it's, you know, either blue or violet or pink or green. And, wow, I wonder if I could. Okay, you're not dark enough. No, you're not dark enough. All right, well, I can't seem to make anything dark enough, so I think what that means is I'll just start with this, and then I'll lighten up the door a little bit more. I think I have to have some detail here on the door if I'm going to have that much detail on the trim and the little window. You know, I could change my mind about that, but that's what I'm thinking right this second. Oh, good. Now we're talking. Okay, so I'll leave that for now and just see how things go in the foreground. And I guess I really better see if I can make the bricks down here kind of match those in color anyway. Oh my gosh, I should have left that well enough alone, but I just had to try it. You know, I just tried it. I do everything that crosses my mind that I think maybe will make it better. And sometimes it doesn't, so. But if I think it might, then I try it. And when I get to that point where I just don't have the courage to do that anymore, then I usually just say, okay, let's start something new. Oh, thank goodness, I really did have a good red. It's a Sennelier. I'm very opposed to actually leaving things like that where every red is exactly the same. Even in a photograph, a lot of times it just seems like, in fact, yes, every red is exactly the same, but I am going to come back and try to make some variety. I think the variety is there in real life. You just can't see it in a photograph because a photograph is not real life. Yeah, but see, nothing's like just scratches the surface. But there's some tiny piece of something that's soft. And one way you can also create variety is just push down harder in some places and do a softer little thing in other places. So even though you're using the same pastel, wow, okay. Okay, I gotta get those purple flowers in there to go with those. Those irises to go with those iris kind of. Iris leaves, so we need to have iris. We have iris leaves. We got to have some iris on top of them. Oh, golly, I just wonder, like, okay, well, you know, I just always wonder, like, oh, holy cow. Like, I'm a little out of practice. Was this really the best idea for someone who's feeling out of practice? Whoa. But you know, it's okay. I said I was hoping this would be the last time over, but you know, I might not really be able to finish it like in this time, especially using these softer pastels that are filling in the paper so much. And a lot of times I feel like it doesn't really act like I really love it to act until it's been sprayed a couple of times. So just one spraying might not do it. God, these purple iris are just so dark, but I was thinking maybe I could add something else into them that would kind of, I feel like I can't make a, well, like always, the problem is things that are very dark, when you try to put light on them, then they just look like they're very light. So. And that magenta back there, forget about it. Make those peppies go back a little better. Oh, and I guess there are some lighter greens in here too. Okay, good. That was not too light. I feel like every green I've picked up was lighter than I thought it was going to be. So that's okay, because now I can come even lighter in some places. I didn't really see these little light places before, but I'm feeling grateful for them. And I don't know, this is sort of feeling like, to me, like I sucked all the color out of it at the expense. I made it light, but at the expense of the color. And I don't think I've maybe said that quite that way before. And I'm trying to think of a better way to explain it. It's like I wanted a really light, it's so light, but I made them so light that I kind of killed the color in them. Like I blew out the light, I guess is what I did. I'm just taking them back down a bit. And then maybe back and forth. But a few of them need to be a little lighter, I think. Oh, and that's not bad. That's starting to get a little muddy because the paper is filling in. So the pastels aren't layering anymore, they're blending. All the purples, I love purple, but I feel like it all has the same problem, that the purples are, but that's helping, I think. They're just a little too gray. And now this is just a little too dark. See, that's way too light. Maybe I'm just trying to make too much detail, actually. I was trying to make the sidewalk be a little more lit up here as it comes closer, and just a little grayer as it goes further back. So a little warmth in the sidewalk color up close, and just a little grayer in the distance there. Okay, I still have to do something here that's going to make those kind of pull, like some are on top. But I am not liking any of that. Okay, so I'm going to just grab a paintbrush here. And just take it off. So, I don't know, you try to start with the mass of color, the big idea, and then as you pull it apart, if you get the mess, which I felt like this was getting just a mess, and I might not be able to fix it until I spray it, but just see. So yeah, you try to get the mass, the big mass, and then you're going to work your details into that. And if it flies apart on you, then what you want to do is remass it. So by using my paintbrush, I took it down to a earlier stage, and now I'm going to try to pull it out again. And see if I can make it a little better. So I'm happier about that. And now what I think I want to do is add a little bit of lighter green that would just be the greens on the tops here, and keep some of that darker, less descript green down in the under it. And maybe even come back with the dark blue. Oh, that was not very dark, but maybe I didn't go light enough yet with the green. Let's see. Just don't like those kind of little scratchy strokes I'm making right there. And I don't exactly know why I'm making them. Just maybe timidity and not pressing hard enough, so then you end up with a little scratchy stroke. Don't you love the way I made them into stripes? Okay, let's try to find that dark green again. It's always this stupid corner. I forgot. It's just so hard to kind of reach it over here. So anyway, if it just doesn't kind of fly, I'll just come back to it if I decide I want to. Let's see, maybe I could make a little pink in here too. And also, my hand is in front of what I'm doing, which is kind of bad, because I can't really see what I've done until I've done it. And sometimes you wish you'd seen what you were doing before you went any further. All right, well, wrecking my reputation here. Okay, last resort. See if I can tidy things up with the background. Also, I just want to say it really pays to not get fixated on one place, because it's really easy to decide that, you just have to keep working on it because, oh my God, it's turning out so badly that, the only hope is to keep doing stuff until, but yeah, sometimes that's not a good plan. All right, just walk away, Jeneane, walk away. See if we can do anything about these guys. Okay, well, I'm about to run out of time here. So, I was trying to make the shadows kind of look like the things that were casting them, to not much avail, honestly. All right, I didn't want to, but, I said I might have to, and definitely this corner, I have screwed that up enough that I'm going to have to. Spray it again. But I'm not going to work on it anymore today. It's going to be another day, because sometimes if you wait another day, things just don't seem as bad as they do right at the very moment that you're doing them. So sometimes it's better to walk away and then come back with a fresh eye and see if you can do any better.